Hi, Cancer. Cancer signs. What do we got for you? All right, we're just looking at the overall energy. Okay, magical map shifter. Whenever I see this card, this is very much about a change being imminent. We've got change and balance through something, some kind of knowledge, something being learned. I mean, you might learn something and it might make you do a complete pivot on your life. What else do we have? Yeah, ride the wave. Things may get bumpy for you at this moment in time, but I think the bumps are very much needed to get you onto your path, whatever that path is. We have self-stability through change. I feel like there's some big changes coming for you. You might have already started sensing them. It is not what you think. This whole magical map shifter energy is a complete pivot from what you thought to this is like almost being forced onto a path that is for your highest light and resonance. So, very interesting. This is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Some of it might be for you. Some of it might be for someone else. I'm just going to look at sort of the concept of what this is, what you're going to be dealing with, how you're guided to deal with it, and the potential outcome, as well as I'm going to pull some number cards, whatever numbers are for you this week. This, to me, feels like a change you didn't see coming. And for some, it might be hard to swallow. It might be a hard pill to swallow, okay? But then once you're on the other side of it, you realize how much better off you'll be. Like there's just, you're just meant to ride the wave right now. And I don't know if you, I mean, it's sort of like you're going to get to whatever destination you're going to get to no matter what, whatever's meant for you. How you choose to go about that is how you choose to go about it. Like if it's going to be, if you're going to resist it, there might be some bumps, but maybe the resistance needs to be recognized so you can heal some things. There's all, I know it's not, let's pull some cards and lean into, okay. Oh, we have two here. Okay. Yeah. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay. This is really interesting. And then we have the Strength card. Okay. I feel like your emotional and romantic needs aren't really being met. This Knight of Cups is about the ideation of love, but there's a dual nature within yourself that you're like, there's a part of you that wants this and you think you have to have this and go on this path and posture this. And then there's another part of you, the real part of you, that isn't like that at all. And maybe, I don't know, there's something, it's such an interesting energy because I don't think it's something that those of you that are watching are really aware of. I don't think it's something that you are fully conscious of, but it's something that's going to come into your peripheral and make you're going to be aware of where you're perhaps trying hard to be something that is in alignment for you, but it's been made to look really good and like this romantic ideation of whatever that is. We all do that. We all posture. We all go into that place of if I just do this and I show up this way and I make this happen, I'm going to have this and I'm going to feel this way. But then we get to those places and we don't really feel that way. We don't feel as good as we thought we would. There's something breaking down in the essence of who you think you're here to be. Okay. And it can be very empowering, but it can feel disempowering first because there's a big change between relying on what you've always done to make things happen and having to pivot on that and figure out where you lie in all of this, okay? What your choices are. Okay, so how are you being guided to deal with this at this time, or go with this, or whatever, flow with this? Okay, so I'm going to take the top two. All right, we have the Two of Wands. This is an interesting card because it's often about fearing that the past is going to repeat itself. But to me, in the essence of that, we have perhaps a reflection of how you've always handled things versus how have they always worked out the way that you wanted to? Maybe they have. Are you still doing those same things? Are you still getting the same results? There's something that is very much shifting. Yeah, we have the Four of Wands. There could be some sort of pinnacle experience or milestone that you're trying to achieve, but it's requiring that you sacrifice part of yourself to do that. And I don't know if that's necessarily for your highest light and resonance. Okay, it may have to do with a relationship or wanting a kind of specific relationship, or even feeling like you have to be a certain person in relationship with other people. This could feel, instead of a crisis of faith, a crisis of identity, and who it is you're meant to be in this life, and who it is you're meant to, from a heart-centered space, not a superficial place, like we have the influencers and the posturing, and sometimes that's needed, but I think there's such a huge gap between how you actually feel versus how you thought you'd feel experiencing certain things, that it needs to be reconciled for your own highest light and resonance. Like, I just feel like there's something that's going to make you say, oh, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm exhausted why am I so exhausted trying to make this a thing? Like, trying to show everybody that I'm this or that, or prove to people, or defend myself, or there's something that's accumulating. And this is something that we all do as human beings. These are all behaviors that we have as human beings that are just coming up to be like, do I want to still participate in this? Is it worth the effort? But there could be something you've got in your sights, but it might not be for your highest light and resonance. Like, there could be something better for you, and your mind just may not know what that is yet, because it's singularly focused on being something or somebody. There's something with that, okay? All right, the potential outcome here. All right, yeah, we have some balancing between, this is often like physical and spiritual, but this is very much the heart, the head and the heart. Change is inevitable. The change is coming. The Two of Pentacles is always about the change is inevitable. You might not see it coming. You might not know what it is. You might feel it and sense it. It might give you a great sense of dis-ease right now. And you just have to look at this. This is what you're deserving of. This is what you deserve to feel. You can't manufacture this. You can't. It's either in alignment or not. So I feel like for some of you, this is very much about recognizing that things are abruptly about to change for you, and they might, in your mind, there might be in complete opposite to what you wanted to be doing or thinking that you should be doing. But there's there's going to be a part of you, and you're going to have to be gentle with yourself. And this isn't about judging yourself and thinking you were wrong, or, whatever it was. You just get to be gentle and be like, well, that's what I thought I wanted, and maybe I don't now, and kind of allow yourself to be fluid and move with things. Very interesting. Okay. All right, so we have 30, which is change amplified. You're being guided, or creation amplified. You're being guided to be the creative communicator. Maybe you'll be asked to speak or share your wisdom. Maybe you've wanted to start leading conversation in some way. Well, here's your sign. Okay, that's interesting. And then we have 11 for intuition. So you're the master intuitive number. You're being guided to open your intuition and maybe even take it to the next level. This is also a number of inspiration and illumination, an energy that often carries people to the next destined moment in their lives. I do feel like you're very intuitive, Cancer. However, the way your mind is perceiving your intuition may be programmed or conditioned to follow a certain path, and maybe that's not the best path for you. So be gentle with yourself, love yourself through this. The universe, this is a divine intervention that is going to take you somewhere where your heart has always been trying to get you to. It's going to make you feel the way that you desire to feel, and that's what matters. I hope that this has helped, and I'm sending y'all lots of love.